Shalom, shalom. It's Brother Maccabee from GMS, Colorado. Coming at you with just another lesson here. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Wakak, Wadash. I would like to give double honors unto the elders of GMS, who are the leaders of Israel, of all Israel, Salakia, whether you can accept that or not. I also want to extend a sincere shalom to all my fellow laborers and Akim who are out there pushing this word with truth and sincerity. To the elect, I say shalom. Salakia. Shalom to you, brothers, and also to the Akwath and to the Akim, which the prophecy of the speckled bird applied to. Shalom to all of you. Let's see here. I just want to do this. So lesson kind of took in a while back, but just always applies, especially as we come into this time of great tribulation and the beginning of really getting ready to be tried, going through Jacob's trouble, as Esau pushes the system to the brink of destruction, man, to the brink of breaking down and society finally breaking down and everything descending into darkness. All right. But this is just something, for brothers to keep in mind, just some, for all brothers, myself included, to keep in mind. Let reason go. This is Salakia. This is Sirach 37:16. And it reads, "Let reason go before every enterprise, and the counsel before every action." All right. With that kind of being, what that's getting at, just plain and simple, really, is let reason go before your thoughts, man. The enterprise being the business, our Father's business, the business that we're involved in. We got to move correct, man. Counsel the spirit with reason. Our spirit goes through tribulation here in Babylon, dealing with the things that we have to deal with. So we have to counsel the spirit at times. Sometimes when you feel like you're drifting away, or just drifting in general, and you want to center yourself, counsel the spirit, counsel with the brothers. The brotherhood is a good thing. It can keep you, just grounded and on track. That's a lot. Salakia. Let me go grab you know what? Let me just read a little more on that, okay? Salakia. The countenance is a sign of the changing of the heart, for a manner of the things appear good and evil, life and death, but the tongue ruleth over them continually. There is one that is wise and teacheth many, yet unprofitable to himself. All right? There is one that showeth wisdom in words, and is hated, and shall be destitute of all food. For grace is not given unto him from Yahweh, because he deprive of all wisdom. All right? Just like it reads, man. If the Most High has given this wisdom unto you, it's a blessing. So we have to, reason with the spirit and take wise counsel and understand, when you slipping, to center yourself and to continue to walk in this path, because we deal We deal with things in Babylon that can be distractions and knock you off task, man. Salakia. Let me get where I was going. For Galatians here. Went to Isaiah. I was looking for Galatians. There we go. This is Galatians 6 and 8, and it reads, "For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth of to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting." All right, so like when we're counseling of the spirit, what does that mean, man? Trying to maintain these high holy days. Trying to keeping the Sabbath holy. Salaki. Appearing to the law, statutes, and commandments that you can follow within reason, man. Not trying to go and please the flesh, man. Doing, not trying to seek and do things to please the flesh, man. Sometimes you have to refrain from things in the world, to keep your spirit in balance. You have to not partake in certain things going on in the world as it to stay balanced, man, stay right. Salakia, because we all trying to reap that everlasting crown at the end. Salakia, let me read down here, down to 9. "And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." So just holding on and being a good soldier, like 2 Timothy tells us to do. To endure hardness like a good soldier. We gonna get what we gonna get our due reward in the end, man, for holding on and doing what we supposed to do. All right. And it's difficult to do that here in Babylon because because we're here, because we are in Great Babylon. So here's Salakia. Let me jump around here real quick. Oop, I do want Sirach. That's all right. We'll go the long way, I guess. It's fine. I'm gonna go to Sirach 13. And 13. All right, and it reads, "Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thou overthrowing, when thou hearest these things, awake in thy sleep." All right. Love Yahweh all thy life, and call upon him for thy salvation. All right, because we walk us in peril every day, man. Every day in Babylon, every time the 12 pull behind you, the police pull behind you. Every time that you go in and out of the workplace. Every time that you have a cross situation, whatever, man. We walk in peril every day amongst these heathen and the 2/3 here in Babylon, man. All right. Your life is in constant danger, man. We're behind enemy lines. We're completely against the system, and the system is completely against us, man. All right. Salak. Khan, but Salakia, our lives are in constant danger, man. All right. This place is not our rest. It's against us. Let me jump to Ephesians, Salakia. Ephesians 6 and 12. And it reads, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. All right. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand. All right. Salakia. And being read that, man, we wrestling against powers that we can't, defeat on our own, man. Without Yahweh, without the grace of Yahweh, man, we there's no way that we can make it out, man. We're in a kingdom of just absolute wickedness. It's designed to be wicked. It's designed in wickedness. It's embellished and dipped in a whole bowl of it, man. All right. Let me get Matthew. Salakia is Matthew 10. And 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So that's the state that we're constantly trying to be in, man. Trying to maneuver in and out of Babylon without, making too many waves. Also standing boldly for what we believe in at the same time, man. Slipping in and out. Playing the game, so to speak. So, but still, just like we read back in Sirach 13, man, just being in constant peril, man. Our life. That's why the Most High suggests that we be this way, man. All right, smooth like secret agents, like 007. Philippians 3:3, and this is Philippians 3:3, and it reads, "For we are the circumcision which worship Yahweh in the spirit and rejoice in the Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, and have no confidence in the flesh." So we don't lay up our life and our livelihoods in fleshly things, man, and things that are of this world, man. We don't lay up our hopes in our jobs we may have to work here or there, do this or that, take this or that job, do whatever. But at the end of the day, man, through and through, brothers will lay down their lives for this truth, man. Walk away from their families for this truth, man. All right? That's what we have to be willing to do, and understanding that we've been given this gift. We've been given this knowledge. All right? There's no to be had in the flesh. All right? We're of the circumcision of the spirit. Let me get Romans 8, right? Because we're of the spirit, right? So let's get just Romans. We'll just do 8. We'll just start at 4. That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. For they that are of the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are of the spirit, the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, all right? But to be spiritually minded is the life of peace. And we're not carnal in what we do. We're not carnal in the way that we present ourselves. We're not carnal in the way that we go about our business. We try to keep it peaceful and stay spiritually minded, man. All right, because the carnal mind is in enmity against Yahweh, which we're not supposed to be of that spirit. Wanting to just take up arms and overthrow E with weapons and warfare. That's not our lot. So that's not the way that we should be going about our business, right? We weren't, like it says, we weren't given this knowledge to flex and be at the gun range flexing and talking and acting wild. All right. Salakia. For it is not subject to law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So then that they are of the flesh cannot please Yahweh. All right. But ye are not in the flesh, but ye are in the spirit. But if so be that the spirit of Yahweh dwell in you, Now, if any man have not the spirit of Yahweh, he is none of his. And if Yahweh be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the spirit is life because of righteousness. All right. So our bodies are trash, man. We're not gonna keep these bodies. These are not gonna benefit us in any way. You know, Lord willing, we're pleasing to Yahweh in our sacrifice and doing what we do. Trying to give our due and I'll do our due service to Yahweh to make our election and calling sure. All right. That's all that we're all after in the long. Um, so we have to continue to try and walk in this way and not be, carnally minded and glorifiers of this life, Uh, but if the spirit of him that raised up Yahushua from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up the Mashiach from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you. All right. And that's what we all want, man. Therefore, brethren, we are right, not to the flesh, to live after the flesh. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die, right? But if ye live through the spirit, do mortify the deeds of the body, and ye shall live. For as many are led by the spirit of Yahweh, they are the sons of Yahweh, and that's us, man. All right, we are the spiritual and bloodline heirs of Yahweh Shai, man. All right, the sons of Yahweh. All right. Um, we're not supposed to be in that brute mindset, man. We're supposed to stay spiritual. Let me grab Galatians. It's like Galatians 5 and 17. All right. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary to one another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Now, Salakia. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which which of these are unclean. But, just with that being, 17 was the point, man. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary to one another, so that you would not do the things that ye would. Right? So we have to keep in mind that we have to let the spirit be the leader, man. All right? Going back to counsel the spirit with reason. Because we're constantly in danger. We're walking in peril amongst our enemies. All right. And Yahushua's example was for us to think in the heavens, man. He constantly gives us that example and reiterates it throughout the scripture over and over and over. That's the whole point of what his teaching was about, man. To keep a spiritual eye open, man, to keep your mindset on getting out of Babylon, man. Right? To keep your mindset in a spiritual mindset, a spiritual kingly mindset, man. Maintaining a spiritual and kingly mindset of getting out of Babylon. Trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, doing your duly service, whatever that may be, so that you can make your election and calling sure, man. I hope that this lesson was somewhat edifying and beneficial to the body. I would just like to give all praises unto Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Makakadash. Double honors unto the elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel, whether you can accept that or not. And I would like to say shalom to all of my fellow Akim out there who are with truth and sincerity. To you who are out there listening, brothers who may, Salakia, who belong to the prophecy of the speckled bird, who may not look like Israelites, like Negroes, Latinos, or Native Americans, but your seed line and bloodline goes back to the Latinos, Native Americans, and Negroes. All right, to you I say shalom, as well as the Sincere Aqua Finakium out there listening and learning. Shalom. And a Ball.